that move so you can see the fullness of who they are in their life in the earth realms. But we will not have that yet. So some might be flashing it at you right now. But what they will give you instead is a small crystal sphere. And you can, at this point, notice that your greeter has left you now, and they have turned around, and suddenly they seem to have just disappeared because they're not here anymore. And we're all standing facing a doorway, and in that doorway stands a lovely light field that looks like a hominid form. It's bipedal person, but it's so bright and light that all you can sense is a smile where the face would be, and very loving radiance coming from eyes. But again, it is so bright in the pale silver gold light that you can't see features yet. But notice that there will be a loving hand stretched out quickly, and it will put in your right hand, so hold out your right hand, a small crystal sphere that will be the beginning of, it will hold your contact encryption codes for your trainer, for your MD trainer, so they can train you in what it means to work with Steiner gates and begin the process of your personal, direct, one-on-one contact, so that you can begin, to accelerate at your own levels, as well as in group participation. It is time that we take our crystal gifts, our crystal sphere gifts. There is a gesture of a simple, small bowing to each other. We each bow to each other, they bow to us, then we bow to them. And now it is time for us to come back. Now, to come back from this place, it is very interesting. Because once you got there, once you have got yourself through all of the roadmap that it takes to get there, the way home is easy. We've opened the Shala 13 Ring 1 chamber, the Dashi chamber, through the Dashi, through the Spanish 7, through the Dashi 7 temple. So simply, we are going to stand in the middle of the circular room now that we are still in. We're going to move away from our doorways and back to the center of the room. You're going to hear a bit of sound. A little buzzing, almost a chirping sound. You'll notice the room starts to vibrate. And suddenly it feels as if the floor is moving beneath your Rashale body feet. And as a group, they are going to bring us down the elevator, the Ring 1 elevator of the Shala 13 chamber. And we are going to land as a group, literally, on top of the candle that your heads are pointed at. And when we come home, we will simply slide right in through our crown chakras into our physical bodies, and we're home. But we will have with us the memory, and we will have with us the direct connection. Consider it like a new version of a telephone. The little crystal sphere that you were given. It will change state where it was physical, where it was given to you. It will change state as it goes down the elevator. But it will stay with you, and you will be able to play with it. It will stay with you in the form of an etheric crystal sphere. You can hang it in your field any way you like, literally in your energy field around your body, and just kind of stick it there. Or you can stick it in a drawer at home or whatever you feel like doing. But it is a communicator device that will assist you if you're in distress or anything like that. You can immediately call it to mind, get it into etheric form in your right hand, to activate it with your electricals, rub it a bit, and then send whatever it is, the message or the cry for help or whatever it is you need to communicate. It will take you directly to the Bende Aquari person that was selected, and actually more than selected, they requested ones of us that they've known because they have great love for us still. So you will contact directly your personal one. You can begin working with them immediately. You can begin journeying with them with this particular technique. We haven't stopped to see many of smell the roses alongside on the roads, but there are many journeys to take using this particular tunnel. Each tribe will do another ring. This ring went with 12 tribes one. Their activation that was anchored during their class consummated this evening and now, and that is why the ring one, pink sapphire ring of the Charlotte 13 chamber elevator can open. Yours will consummate, and your ring two, which is a pale peachy color, a very pretty, not icky peach. It's this icky peach colors. It's not one of those. It's a lovely, light, pale peach with a bit of silver to it. That ring, which is ring two, will be opening during 12 tribes 3. So you are part of a large process here of contact, and the magic will begin from this point on. Thank you all for your participation in the 12 Tribes project. They would like to say, they have said thank you on behalf of all Christics, they're calling us Christics. Just like you have mystics, well, we're Christics, right? On behalf of all Christics everywhere, they say you have successfully opened and activated ring 1 of the Spanner 7, Shala 13, Adashi Chamber, Accelerator Seat, and Earth to Earth Elevator. Welcome home, my long missed ones. From here on out, we are with you, just a call away. So now imagine the elevator is coming down from the center, and our Rashale bodies all together are coming in as a group. They're floating above our heads now, above the candle. And from that point, so we don't end up with the elevator sitting on top of our heads, we'll simply slide our Rashale bodies down and face up into our crown chakra and align them with our physical bodies. They're applauding.
Good job.
Oh, neat. There's like, it sounds like a massive crowd, like when you hear in an auditorium or something, like waves of applause. And it's not the syncopated, yeah, not like pattern of applause. It's just like almost like hoot and hollers and cool. Hi, we're here. Alrighty. Well, we wanted to do the journey first, because there are people who have to leave, and the rest of this will be in transcript form anyway. There's still a bit, for those who want to stay, that we will do and show you what exactly you just did. The reason this took so long? Okay, this technique, the written form, will be sent out by email tomorrow to you guys. So you'll have a copy of it to play with for yourselves. There will be more versions of this with explorations along the way and things. But there's also technicals that usually I would do those first, but because there were people that had to leave, I didn't want to put the technicals in for an hour and then have them miss doing this round, doing this contact with strings. Every bit of the steps that you just went through had to be plugged in, or actually drawn directly from those multi-level maps that I showed you, the pull-out maps that show you D1, D2, D3, D1 Earth, D2. They align totally. The journey can be charted there, and that's where it had to be found first before it could be written. It had to be, literally, they showed me the journey, and I had to translate what it meant. This is why it took so long to do this. So those diagrams are still in very rough form, but it literally shows us in the vertical lineup too of the pictures that go with those diagrams of where we have moved, where we moved from, what we're moving through. There are many more pictures that go with these, and many more things. This technique could have been 6 hours long when you stop to look at each layer and all of that. But there was not even any time to get those descriptions down. It took this long, and that's why we were late coming in. It took this long just to get the technical steps down so we could get there and back.
Safely.
So, yeah, safely. And it is the beginning of quite an amazing contact with the Aquarius project that has to do with Spanner 7 and preparing us on this planet for Starflight. So I think if, for those of you who can stay, we'll probably do another hour on graphs, but I would like to take a 5 or 10 minute break just to get a drink and to shake my head out of that, because I came directly off this into running it. And there's a few bits of it that came through live as far as where the breathing was. That's not noted here. You can just follow your own instinct with that. This is the written map, kind of like, go down the street, turn left, and hop over here and float up here. Right? You'll find that this says like up to or whatever. It means float up. All right, we just didn't do float, right? Because we're working with the Rachalet body on this. So I hope that was an enjoyable experience, Dave. I have a feeling it may be more interesting after you go to sleep at night. You'll find yourself there or on one of the 4 platforms before you get there. All right, but it is the beginning. We did get there together in our Rachalet bodies. And we brought our Rachalet bodies directly back through the elevator, through the down bar, the elevator. From there, it's quite an easy access. We do have to, in order to be able to, it is good, they're saying for about 2 weeks, use it, the long version, maybe at least twice a week. You could do it every day once if you want to, but if it's too long, you could do it like this, twice a week for 2 weeks, which means once each week at minimum, to activate enough of it in your DNA that it will hold that ring 1 passage open for you. All right, if not, you'll have to pick it up on like one of the next activations where whole group is activating shield, so you can pick it up remote, but it's a lot easier to keep it open now that you have it open. Because what you have open in your own Rachalet body and in your own DNA template is the pink sapphire ring 1 Shala 13 Adashi chamber. So you've got that, and that is literally an elevator for your consciousness in Rachalet to go up and down between the Adashi temple